The latest research around feedback and feedback loops shows that 59% of leaders feel that they give good feedback, effective, understanding, impactful feedback. And yet, 69% of employees said they don't receive good, effective, actionable feedback. And in fact, if they did, they would work harder. Where's the disconnect? My name is Julie Halunga. I'm a leadership trainer and executive coach, developing professionals to lead with influence and authority. And what I can tell you, in the last dozen plus years of working with professionals across industries, is that the biggest mistake they make is they don't give good feedback, effective feedback, actionable feedback. And if they do, they don't do it consistently. Maybe they do it once a year at performance review time, which doesn't help any of us. So what's going on when people are giving feedback and yet mistakes still happen? We've all been there, where we think as a leader, we're telling someone who's learning something new or trying something for the first time of how to do things differently, how you want to see something happen even better, how the work can be even more effective. And yet, the next time they do that same kind of work, the same mistakes happen. They miss the same information. They forget to include some key points. What's going on? What can you do differently as a leader to impact those working with you, those on your team? First, Futurecast the purpose of your feedback. As you're thinking about that conversation, I encourage you to spend a few minutes to plan, not necessarily to script it out, but to plan what you want to say, to be sure that you are being as effective as possible. So futurecasting that feedback allows you to think about what is it that you want to see down the road. How can you help this individual be their best? And try to understand where that disconnect is happening. What are the behaviors or the characteristics or the work that you want to see? Be as descriptive as possible. Now this goes for giving feedback that is critical and might be a change that you want to see, or it's feedback to approve of someone's really good behavior. And I'm not talking about dealing or talking to a toddler. I'm talking about when you see one of your colleagues or teammates speak up and hold their ground in front of a difficult client, or maybe throw an idea out there that's a little bit on the edge. When you see good behavior, make sure you respond to that. Tell them not just good job, but what you really liked. Specifically what you liked, what you saw, and what you want to see again in them. It may sound like, I really appreciated the way you threw out that bold idea. And I know we didn't go with it, but keep giving us those ideas. It really helps steer the conversation for us. Second, follow these 4.5 steps to giving effective feedback. First and foremost, state the situation. When did you notice the behavior? When did you notice something going well or something that could be even better? Second, state the behavior or the characteristics that you noticed. Third, state the impact and describe the impact that it had on you. So this may sound like, I felt frustrated that you didn't speak up. Now, here's the half step. Pause here for a moment. You've stated the situation, you've described the behavior, and you've described the impact it's had on you. Now pause. Count to 6 slowly in your head. And then the final step is to make a request. Next time we meet with the client, I would really like to hear what you have to say. Now this is the start of the conversation. Say it again. You're stating the situation at the meeting with the client yesterday. You're describing the behavior you saw. I noticed you held back and didn't speak up. Then you're describing the impact that it had on you. Those are the first 3 steps. Then you're going to take a 6-second pause, and the final step, make a request. So it's going to sound like this. At yesterday's meeting with the client, I noticed that you held back and didn't speak up. I was frustrated because I know you know the most about their situation, their challenges, the issues that they're dealing with. Next time we meet with the client, I would really like to hear your thoughts and for you to speak up in front of him. This is starting the conversation. Get that conversation going to understand where that disconnect is. The third step you can take is take ownership of giving this feedback. Too often, I see this not working, and where the disconnect really happens is when you as a leader become the savior. That's all right, I'll just do it for you. You just give me the information ahead of time, I'll speak up, because I know that client can be a little rough on the edges at times. But instead, I want you to be the coach. Don't be the savior, be the coach. And as you're thinking about giving feedback, remember what you've learned from your Emergenetics profile. Give feedback that they need to hear, not what you want to say. Remember the information that they need. Do they need to hear the why? Do they need to hear the how? Do they need to hear the impact it has on people? Do they need to hear what other opportunities exist? Knowing each other's Emergenetics profile will simplify that interaction that you have and allow you to give really impactful feedback that gets away from that disconnect, allowing you to give feedback that really sinks in. If you don't remember your Emergenetics profile, or you haven't taken your Emergenetics profile yet, please contact me at juliehalanga.com, and we'll talk about how you can make your feedback even more impactful for you and your team. If you like what you heard today, click subscribe below and follow other videos, such as my next one, Navigating Dysfunction in Your Firm and what you can do about it.